New Connect 34 for a whole thing. My dress code copper, pennies, guapa, Benjis, chopper, semis, black drop bumping, pocket, Remy, best rappers alive, whoever, send me. I got a body up the block, shotty in the shop who everybody wanna watch because I move a little different. Yeah, I said I move a little different. Shit, ready rock to the radio. Fuck a deal, shit, I still let the 80 blow.
Yeah.
I move a little different.
You see it?
Shit, I move a little different.
What it do, boy? Smoke a lounge, man. Know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Smoke a lounge, man. Big weed, the iron lung. You know what I'm talking about? Shit. I only get legends in the building, man. We only get legends in the building, man. We only got legends in the lounge, man. That's it, no more, no less, man. You heard? Yeah. Yeah, you know what it is. I get it in, man. I'm gonna introduce you in a minute. I'm gonna get my mind right first. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, get that. Get that. Y'all know what it is. Smoke a lounge, man. Big weed, the iron lung. You know what I'm talking about? I got the guard in the building. You know what I mean? Kabbalah God. Rashid. You know what I'm talking about? You know what it is. Yo, we smoke a little different. You know what I'm talking about? Smoke a lounge, man, where we evaluate the choke. You know what I'm talking about? We got 5 categories, man. We got 1, it's the look. 2 is the smell. 3 is what it is. 4 is the taste. 5 is the high, man. What the high be about? See if we can get 5 dopes up, man, with AA in the building. You know what I'm talking about? Peace to the God. Yeah.
Peace, kid.
Peace.
That's right.
How are you, man?
I'm living.
That's right. That's right. And let me just say this real quick, man. I like to say rest in power to the God, Fred the Godson, man. He got him. They gave him a block. They gave him a street out there in Brooklyn. In the Bronx. You know what I mean? You know, that's well deserved.
They teach you about how to use words.
Yeah.
His words all add up.
Yeah.
He's a formula. Fred the Godson is a formula for bars.
Yeah.
That each bar have to add to something.
Mm-hmm.
So we be doing obscure shit and shit that only pertain to a certain human demographic.
Yeah.
But then there's some MCs that can speak universally.
Yeah.
You heard?
Yeah.
Then there's some MCs, I experienced this when I heard Volume 3 from Jay-Z.
Yeah.
He was talking about what I should have been aspiring to in that album. He was talking about some shit that was on another level with a great mix.
Right.
So I was like, oh, that shit was educational.
Yeah.
So that shit with Bun B and them.
Yeah.
And parking lot pimping. You supposed to fuck with people from Houston and Texas.
Yeah.
Then when you do the knowledge and then you go into the sciences, you see that our people in Houston, Texas, and the surrounding areas is going through the same thing in a different way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then Fred the Godson is a legend because he's giving it up.
That's right.
The narrative like Ibn Arabi or Shakespeare for his environment.
Yeah.
And giving it up to what they call, there is a nobility in life that people don't be aware of, that when you're alive, that your abundance is connected to integral activity when nobody's looking.
Yeah.
So the whole internet is about, I want you to see me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm like this.
Yeah.
I grew up outside. It's a lot of shit that you gotta do to eat that everybody can't see.
Right.
You heard?
Right.
And it's like if you in a certain species dynamic or you in a certain vocation, it dictates to you how do you speak to the visual cortex of humans. some humans is interested in the authenticity, but then when they see authenticity in real time,
Right.
what occupies their mind is this. They be like this. Is this too much?
Mm-hmm.
You heard?
Mm-hmm.
So humans be like this. So you got to give up the game in such a way
That's right.
that you ain't talking directly to them.
Right.
You gotta get a game up at 90-degree angles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
You got to trick them into learning some shit.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Look.
Correct.
That's a super intro, man. You know what I mean? The God didn't even introduce himself. He just went in and started teaching in the lounge, man. You know what I'm talking about? Talk to him, man. Let him know who you are, man. You know, you can introduce yourself better than I can. You know what I mean? But actually doing that, I want to show you some things, man. You know what I'm talking about? You can elevate yourself, man. You heard? You know, the God comes through, man. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Fuck with them Griselda boys and all that. You heard? Yeah. All that slick shit in them intros and all that y'all been hearing? Yeah. That's the Kabbalah God, man. Stop playing. You know what I'm talking about? Talk to him.
So, what energy is everywhere. You heard?
Mm-hmm.
And this is deep that I'm in Atlanta.
That's right.
And I'm from Brooklyn. I live in LA. But my experience with humans comes from wherever I'm at.
All the
You
time.
heard?
Yeah.
So wherever I'm at dictates where my purpose.
Mm-hmm.
You heard?
Mm-hmm.
Your purpose is where you from. You heard?
Mm-hmm.
And you from your mama and your daddy and them. You heard? And
Right.
can't nobody tell you what their agenda was with you. Because many times your parents don't even tell you that you was a child made based on the thoughts that we had to aspire to a greater good.
Mm-hmm.
You heard?
Mm-hmm.
You was the gift that they gave themselves. You heard?
Yo, you know
real.
that bill hits with me because you know my daughter's 11, right?
No question.
But I always knew my first child was gonna be a girl. I just known it. I just known it from since I was little.
No question.
You know what I'm saying?
No question.
And that kind of speaks on what you're saying.
No question. Well, that's the same thing for me. I knew that my child would be a daughter because I really loved her mother.
Right.
For experiencing the participation of progeny.
Mm-hmm.
You heard?
Mm-hmm.
And in the moment of conception, I promise you, right? I promise you I had already knew. So it's some shit that the computer do. The pilgrims make you touch, you gotta have the computer in your face.
Mm-hmm.
Cause they gonna keep pausing your shit. You just can't put your shit up.
Oh yeah, cause it's because of the retina. That shit ain't scanning your eyeball, your face, or something, and that shit shuts off. That shit happens to that. It happens to that jack all the time. That new one, that's the 12 right there. You know, when I ain't looking at it, I could just open it up. But as soon as I do this or some shit, that shit is shut right down. Yeah. You know what I mean? That shit reading your eyeballs, reading your infrared, you know. Yeah. Shit could probably smell your breath and all that shit with these motherfucking technology.
The pilgrims is something else, cause I'm like this. They get that shit from the Chinese.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Chinese, one of the first people in modern history to build a wall to separate themselves from devils. But then what they did was
2,000 feet, 2,000 miles. I mean.
But then what they did was it was an extension. Most of the Muslim population is actually Chinese. You know, it's a large population of Islamic Chinese people that's in concentration camps. You heard?
Yeah.
But because they not Jewish, nobody care about
that. Right.
They're trying to re-educate their children, and they use that same program here in the Americas, fucking with our cousins.
That's right.
You heard?
That's right.
Our Mexican brothers and sisters, from South America. So it's a whole agenda to separate us too.
Oh, definitely.
They don't want them to fuck with us.
Definitely.
You heard?
I seen a
but
map.
I go against that. I don't fuck with that. You heard?
I seen a map
Word
that
is
just
bond.
said everything was Asia. Everything. It's North Asia, South Asia, East Asia, West Asia.
Shout out to my brother Planet Asia for even putting that colloquialism back into the intelligentsia of the world's populace that the whole planet is called Asia.
Right.
What's fucking with that?
Right.
Because it's called activity.
Yeah.
So that's why I teach Kabbalah.
Kabbalah,
the fourth world where manifestation all goes down is the Asiatic world. That's why they make the Asiatic world a black world. The Asiatic world, the world of action, deal with your pops activity in the real time. So everybody want to shut down that pops energy.
Yeah.
That's why, you know, they want to kill everybody. I love the little homie. He ain't, instead of saying he was a little something, he said he was the nigga's daddy.
Yeah.
They think it was Papa shit, Papa smoke. Nah, he was Papa Smurf.
Yeah.
He was saying like this, I'm y'all daddy and I'm the little homie. You heard? So this is emblematic of you trying or attempting in your reality to fulfill your father's wish. You heard? And this is the whole story and the narrative. It's Sunday. Let's talk real shit. Boom. This the whole narrative behind David and his son. His son name is Solomon. You heard?
Yeah.
I told my students the other day I was going to tell them that Solomon, what it really was, it's a number. So if you really fuck with me, you should be able to spell Sholima, spell in Hebrew. Because each number, each letter is a number.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Sholima, Sheen 300, Lamed 30, Meme 40, He 5. It's a tetragrammaton. It's many tetragrammatons.
Listen, Smoker Lounge.
We love Yahweh.
The Kabbalah God, he gonna fly over your head faster than a fucking jet. But you know it's all good though, because you're gonna have jet lag and you're gonna catch up in some other time. You know what I'm talking about? But
now,
for now,
people, how do you find the circumference of a circle? It's in 3 7s and 5s. Yeah. So Solomon, right in front of everybody that's African American, if you got a Masonic lineage, if a lot of us got great grandfathers, your great grandfather was Masonic, your great grandmother was Masonic. Shout out to the Eastern Stars.
yes,
You heard?
my Duke's
Because
Eastern Star.
that's right. Because the whole Islamic representation of deity, if this is branding, bro,
Yeah.
the Islamic symbols right in front of everybody's face,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's the most sacred symbol in the world. The star is her cycle, and the moon is what generates it. You heard? And then
Interesting.
they hide her. Why you think the Moroccan flag is red? It represents what's the only color red that you see if we was nomadic people and say we was Bedouin, say we black as fuck on camels. When we see the color red, you heard?
Yeah.
This is why Islamically they tell men not to wear the color red. Because of you can see it from a distance. If we nomadic people, we might be able to do the camouflage. We don't want people to see us from a distance. So if you too ostentatious, right, and you wearing her color, that's her color. You heard? That's her color. Because she the only one can generate that color every 30 days.
Right.
So the color of the Phoenicians is purple. And the Phoenicians, they try to hide you in culture. You from the people of Punt. You heard? Phoenicians is Punt. You heard? You, ain't no such thing as a Greek. Ain't no such thing as Romans until you get to the Holy Roman Empire.
Right.
Now you talking about Athanasius of Niger. You heard? Then you gotta read, and this is what keep a lot of black men away from history. They don't read themselves into history. So you don't see that you got busy in history thousands of years ago.
Yeah.
That's why you even alive today.
Yeah.
The Punic Wars. You gotta read that shit and see how them pilgrims was talking about people of color.
Right.
They hide this from history. They would never teach you this in school.
Never.
They don't want your son to think that they want your son to think the most noblest warrior on the planet was Michael Jordan. That's black. You know?
Talk to him.
He could dunk on a nigga. You know? They ain't gonna tell you about how Hannibal was he's the most gangsterist nigga that y'all ever could hear about. He make all them niggas be around him. To be around Hannibal, you gotta fight. He might pick you to fight to the death during peacetime. You know? Like this. You doing a lot. You done everything. Boom. Now look. Now you gotta fight boy to the death. That's how he clean up his crowd.
Yeah.
You heard?
Yeah.
Whoever get the most busy. And Hannibal had a motherfucking poison pill. He knew what the crackers was gonna do to his body. You heard?
Yeah.
They would pour liquid, molten motherfucking bronze or copper into your motherfucking mouth when they capture you so that they could get a cast of your innards and then use your innards as a magical instrument. You heard?
Deep.
Ain't nobody talking like this.
Nah, not
so
at
he
all.
like this. This is why when you watch spy movies, they always talk about your teeth. They teaching you this. If you think that you're gonna work for the government, you're gonna do all of this, nigga, if they capture you, your motherfucking executioners and the people that's gonna torture you is gonna pull your motherfucking teeth out your mouth. You ever had a toothache?
Yeah.
The teeth is going, what you call it? Your teeth is gonna tell if you really loyal to your people. Watch the movie Tenet. He said, did y'all have to pull my teeth out? They said, yeah. A lot of people didn't pass your test. You heard? Watch that movie. That movie is interesting.
That's deep.
It's about and then we live in a world where everybody in America is connected through culture.
That's right.
And popular culture. If somebody try to pull a stunt in Americas and say they pull up on the shores and try to get at people over here, we all connected by Back to the Future.
Yeah.
We connected by Michael J. Fox. Let them crackers come over there and talk about they about to burn up Eddie Murphy Delirious Originals.
Never.
You heard? This has happened to people. You heard? You could be colonized when your colonizers destroy your cultural iconography to connect you to people. You notice this. When crackers really don't want to fuck with you, they don't want your body to be a shrine.
Yeah.
You heard?
Yeah. Yeah. Try to wipe out everything.
To this day, I grew up with Christopher Wallace. To this day, people go to his building where he lived at, and it was where he lived there, it was turmoil, it was extreme, violent expressions of poverty, you heard? But now today, it looked like you going into a fucking palace.
Museum or some shit.
A museum. You heard?
Wow.
So I know the value of my experience.
And
you ain't gonna take my experience away from me.
They go in there to receive that Biggie energy.
Ancestral energy.
Yes.
And I got my third degree across the street in the same place that I used to party, in the Orient Temple. You heard?
Yeah.
In the Orient Temple, I got my Master Mason degree in the lodge across the street from his crib. And that is something that black people built, since the keystone is right there in the front of it, and they tell you when the black people commiserated and got together, King, so that they could, what you call it? Yo, bro, when they took my blindfold off, I'm seeing COs. I'm seeing motherfucking niggas. The nigga's a barber. Son is a barber down the street. I didn't know this nigga was a Mason.
Yeah.
I'm like this. You seeing bus drivers. Everybody that's black in your community that you wouldn't even know that's
undercover.
instrumental. Come on.
Yeah.
So I'm like this. Niggas playing with their life. I don't play with my life.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Real.
That's not what we do here.
And this reefer good.
Yeah.
This reaper is good, yo.
Wait. Hold on.
It's hard to get high right now.
Hold on.
Niggas with these fake bags. Niggas be having a bag. It be like, the bag say this is the death runt. The runt, rest in peace.
Talk to him in the smoker lounge.
Rest in peace. You finna die. Look, it be a casket on the bag. The nigga got the bag right from the corner store. I'm like this, if y'all don't get the
That's coming from the words of the God, man. A.A. Rashid, man. You heard? In the smoker lounge. Go get the book, man. You heard? Go tap in, man.
Oba. I promise you, Oba saved my life. I just was in the whip listening to Oba on the album.
$106, y'all. He ain't playing around. You can't tell. Nobody can't tell nobody what you worth, man. If you don't know what you worth, that's your problem. You heard? Go get this, man. $106, man. This shit right here is that's nothing, man.
You know,
for the knowledge that you're getting in here.
Mentally, you ain't never too late to be great. It's never too late to put your whites on. You heard? Because you got the know-how. Oba gave me a narrative about how Obatala is in that bar. You know that bar that real people go to where the drinks is heavy?
Yeah.
Where the whole counter is sticky from the drinks that they overpoured, right?
Yeah. And smell.
Yeah, listen, and then it's all type of vibes in there, right? You do what you want, but then in the corner, in the cut, there is a patron who does not participate. They dressed in all white and they sit there and make sure the reciprocity models are intact.
That's right. Yeah. Somebody got to stay sober.
That teach you about the sober driver. So as a parent, I would never. A lot of y'all can't wait till your kids get the AIDS so they could just be participate in human celebration of, niggas celebrate every fucking weekend. They celebrate failure, right?
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Y'all better make certain that you maintain social relationships with people that when your kids get of age, one of them can't be no motherfucking turn up. Somebody gotta be a square, to get them home safe.
Yeah.
There's narratives out there.
Yeah.
Young people in cars getting on the motherfucking freeway the wrong way and dying, crashing and shit. People, they had to pull over to the car on the side of the freeway and then somebody hit them.
Right.
And they pass away.
Let me ask you this. Right. I want to know your take on this calendar that they got us focusing on these calendar and these days of the week.
This is a Benjamin Bay calendar. This is a Benjamin Bay calendar. I say I love the calendar, but don't use the calendar for numerology to try to tell me who I am. The calendar is fixed and is connected to an ancient science. So I'm a student of masters. I'm a student of Ra'aku. So he can tell me a specific date on a calendar, and he could tell me the vibes of that particular era. Had he been a patron of another colloquialism in a different culture, he could delineate with his genius the same language of the calendar.
Right.
So you could tell him what you is on an Islamic calendar, Jewish, whatever kind of calendar,
right.
and he gonna put the shit into the search engine of mine and make the shit go boom.
Master astrologer.
Right. So I'm like this. When numerology come out of that, I question that. You heard? So I'm bringing this up because when I was editing my class I just did, I was making sure that I didn't sound like, you heard? That I was connecting numerology and astrology, even though that they can go together. I don't think your job ain't to tell me my birthday and reduce my birthday to one number to tell me who I am. There's no metric for that with a reciprocity model. You heard? A real reading, you heard, is going to tell me my behaviorisms. Astrology connects planets to your organs and your body systems. You heard?
Yeah.
If Ra and them tell you that you having a Mars, that addresses your blood. Some people are squares. They ain't around nobody to have an argument. They might be having an argument in their body. So that Mars is telling you to do something with your blood because you need your blood. Your blood is your internal body's oxygen. Yeah. They say, yo, I was there. I seen this before. I seen blood. Mashallah, man. I seen blood. Niggas watch too much movies, bro.
Yeah.
I seen blood come out of a human from violence. And the color of that shit is dark burgundy and black. You heard?
Almost purple.
That part. You heard?
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, you could tell your blood content and what you gotta do by just pressing your fingernails down. If you that shit that right there, if your shit is too dark, right there, when you press down, you got an issue. If you a big fella, niggas that's fat, you press your leg, nigga, it take too long for the shit. Like you got a memory foam mattress on your legs. That's a blood issue, King. For real. So I'm like this. There ain't no numbers going to tell me none of that. So I'm like, numerologist ain't too late to be great. You can upgrade your shit by becoming a student of the master. That's a fact.
That's a figure.
I'll show you how to use numerology according to the temperament of the person. Yo, somebody was being called a name by their parents their whole life.
Yeah.
Show me the frequency in the biosphere of what that term equals. You tell me your name, I can show you and generate for you a number of what your name means that's propitious for you. And then it'll be ill if the number that I generate for you transforms into an actual utility. So the whole world is for utility. You heard? You here to use the whole world. This is the type of shit that I think about. You was born, you be eating, you eat, and then you lucky y'all got bathrooms. You ever been some place where they ain't got no bathroom? That shit teach you about humanity. Yeah, I was in Northern California. Them crackers had niggas like this. You gotta go in the outhouse. You heard? I'm like, this cracker on like 30 acres of land. You heard? I'm like, I'm not finna be shitting in no outhouse. I'm finna shit wherever the fuck I'm at. where my feet land.
Right.
And I made some of the best decisions in my life. Yeah, like this. Because the outhouse is nasty than a motherfucker. And I'm not sharing that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sharing that.
You should go to the outhouse, you might as well be outside.
Yo, man, you crazy. So I'm like this. This universe, I didn't ask to be born. I manifested like this. Then y'all spoiled me. You should have never let me get this far. You should have never taught me how to read. What? When I started reading, I was like this. Oh, y'all just did this shit with y'all feelings. Okay. So then everybody live in their feelings. So everybody live in their thoughts.
You are what you think you are.
So then I can rise above all of the maladies and the shit that stopped me from having circuitry by advancing my thoughts. I bring my thoughts to another level, playing field.
Yeah.
That I can occupy. I don't want to have the same conversations with niggas. You heard? You more dangerous quiet.
Facts.
Y'all talk too much. You need people to bounce that shit off. You heard? And that shows how close you is to the solar complex. The sun is a place of expression. You heard?
Yeah.
The closest you is to it astrologically or on the equatorial line will describe your needs. You heard?
Yeah.
So the greatest music comes from closest to the equatorial line. Because it get right to the point.
Right.
It's it gets to the center of the body. You heard? So you hear that music. I heard a hip hop legend say that if they had colonized the Brazilians with English and not Portuguese, they would be the greatest pop singers. Because of their melody construction, you heard? And I know what he was saying. He was saying this because of the equatorial line, how close they is to the manifest. You heard?
Yeah.
Then they got dark shade. They eat dark shade vegetables. The most twins come from a community that eat yams. You heard? Cassava and yams. Underworld figures manifest. If you ever had real good mushrooms, if a nigga ever passed you some real good mushrooms, if he passed you the root and the root is connected and it's two mushrooms connected on one joint, that's the one. That's the shit take you to another world, because mushrooms is the internet of the planet. The mushroom is the internet of the planet. We come from star systems. You could tell by its orientation. When you cut weed, it spin in a 3-2 ratio. You heard?
Look at this.
So when you trimming weed, if you really have some reefer, if you a real one, ask father and who been fucking with weed for years, the reefer, that when they trim the weed, you gotta spin the weed like you gotta spin humans. You know?
Word.
You can't talk I'm not talking to nobody this right there. I gotta put you on a fucking spin wheel because you Adamic. You composed of clay. So I put you on a spin wheel and then we put waters of emotion because you need it. You need to be venerated. You need to be occupied by the motherfucking the blessings of acknowledgement. Water is acknowledgement. You heard? They trick niggas with liquor. Y'all need to have water parties. Y'all need to have water parties, man. Y'all, I mean,
water party.
Champagne closer to water than goddamn, what you call it? The percentage. What's the other percent of the other shit? You heard? What's the transitional force? This is why you gotta monitor children. Because children will confuse ammonia,
Kabbalah God,
for water, for
smoke a lounge,
tequila, for white Bacardi. Put it in front of a child. And then you grow to be an adult and you still fuck with all of that. They put ammonia in all that dope. They put the fucking, what you call it, in front of you every weekend. And you niggas be celebrating shit lost. I don't know what the fuck y'all be celebrating. That shit be killing me. And then you go to the store, who getting all the money for your celebrations? None of y'all. You heard?
Dope
Where's
talk.
the... Now, if you gonna be an alcoholic, get that shit to a black man. Get that shit to go. Niggas need to start bootlegging again. You're bullshit.
Let me ask you a question.
Because he done fucked around and got a whole child that said, yo, I don't want you drinking. You heard? I heard Ben and Jerry's ice cream don't let their kids eat ice cream. That's fire. Yeah. Ben and Jerry say, yo, yeah, we made a bankroll, but this is the game. The game is pull away. You heard?
Word.
And niggas be operating in their whole mind. They chase shit. I don't chase a goddamn thing.
And think about it though. Think about it like this: as a hustler, right? If a hustler, he don't do what he hustling.
Right.
He just move it.
Right.
That's the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right. This is so classic.
Ben and Jerry's don't eat, the kids don't eat their own shit.
They
of course
don't.
not. We getting money on this.
They don't.
We don't
and
eat this
most
shit.
of the people that niggas wear Ralph Lauren, this is Ralph Lauren by the way. Ralph Lauren, and then they do this. The designers don't even go to work with Ralph Lauren on. The people that make Ralph Lauren, my son and them told me the motherfuckers be going to work looking like gothic judges. All black, everything, nondescript shit.
Word.
They all trying to be like Karl Lagerfeld. Karl Lagerfeld don't wear no brands. He make them. He wear the same black shit and put a white collar. He had a whole drawer full of collars on. Cause he know everybody wanna look. You wanna go get judged. The judge, you don't go to the court for the judge to judge your outfit.
I'm gonna show the
because
guard.
he wear the same outfit every time. That's crazy to me.
What the smoker lounge would be about. I'm gonna show the guard what the iron lung is. The guard talking about he ain't trying the iron lung. Come on, man.
That's too much.
You in the smoker lounge, man. It's simple.
It's that Bronx shit.
Let me show you. Let me show you.
Bronx shit.
Just check it out.
He go to what you call it.
Look.
He go to peer pressure.
Nah, I'm good with that.
Look, I'm good with that.
Look. But I'm gonna just show you. I can show you, right?
No,
that's not peer pressure.
Yes.
All right. So this is what the iron lung is.
Okay.
The iron lung is this here. I'm gonna inhale the smoke. I'm gonna swallow it down to my lungs. I'm gonna hold it in, and I'm gonna take the next drag. And as I'm dragging in the next drag, I'm exhaling what I already received in my lungs at the same time. That's the iron lung.
I grew up outside.
Let's check it out.
In the Bronx, I had you like this.
Here you go.
They'll turn you to Larry Davis. You be riding around on a moped in the wintertime with no shirt on.
You see it going?
Yeah.
See? This that dope. This is what I'm trying to tell you. The iron lung is serious. Hold on, let me say it's serious. This shit is live. This shit is live. That's why I'm the iron lung.
Yo,
check this out.
Listen, I swear to
look,
God.
I'm gonna do this for you. Check it out.
Be high as a motherfucker.
Look,
go ahead
look.
with this
You ready?
Shit. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
That's the first one, right? Watch this.
I used to do that when I
That's
was
the iron
little.
lung.
I can't do it no more. I'm just saying.
That's the iron
I
lung.
can't do it no more. I can't do it no more. I can't do that shit
And
no
that's
more.
dope, because you already done see me go.
I can't do it no more. I can't do it no more. I smokes my reefers by myself. Slow than a motherfucker. Like this. At leisure. Fucking with them, with the rappers, them niggas that kill you. Passing them blunts, it'd be a blunt marathon.
That's the
I
iron
ain't
lung.
crazy. Niggas be having that rapper weed. You be like this, forgetting your name. Somebody asks you a stupid question, you just say, you be like, Assalamu alaikum. You heard? Nigga ask you, the reaper so good. You just turn, you be like this. Assalamu alaikum. Yeah. Yeah. Blessings. Let me see. What the fuck? What the fuck is going on here with this shit? Hold up. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Hold up. What the fuck is this? That shit is fire. That shit is fire. It's a damn shame though. You know what I say?
Smoke a lounge.
Yo, the white man is something else, man. They was criminalizing black people for having reefer and weed.
Facts.
Make you have some of the best decisions in your whole life.
They're talking about it's a gateway drug. I ain't seen nobody never rob nobody for some reefer. Or never have an accident on some reefer.
When I was little, you would be surprised at who was the customers for dust.
Facts.
And that's the wild shit. You gotta go uptown for that. That's some other shit. Niggas be like this. Dust, like weed, make you make good decisions. You start being like, yo, I'm about to go do my homework. You ain't even in school no more, right? Yo, I remember being like this.
Start cleaning up.
Yeah, they killed me.
The
Yo, they killed me in the school. They was like this. Ben, you can't go to no school, right? Like this. You is the worst. Well, and I'm like, no, I'm not really that bad. This weed got me wanting to do homework, and y'all ain't got no homework from me right now. So I'm like this. What am I gonna do with all this, with all this inspiration? For real. Yeah.
You can go write a book.
Nah, I'm in the A, son. I'm in the A at the Smokers Lounge. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With big weed. The iron lung.
Yo.
Yeah. Big weed, the iron lung is in the building, man. Smoke a lounge, man. What you choke like? Hope a dope. Yeah, we're gonna buzz through these categories and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, we're gonna go through these categories. So boom. I'll let you. The first category is the look. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know. You got the magnifying glass on the top so you can zoom in, you know, you can get a nice look, you know, on the zoom in. You know what I'm talking about? You can check that out. Tell me what you think on the look. You gotta give me a hope of dope on the look.
So now look, this is what I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna fuck up the game with this, right? With some science. Both of these smoke amazing, right? But weed that got colors to it was purposely or unintentionally not tended to. So immediate temperature change make weed purple. You heard? So when you smoke a weed, and weed is the Sakta Palma, you smoking the experience. It's a sacrament. So when people be like this, they don't want to eat flesh. You heard? Y'all niggas don't want to eat flesh because you be empathizing for the animal.
Yeah.
You heard?
Yeah.
So animals, what they don't tell you is they don't got mad nerve endings around their neck. They bleed out. You heard? You feel me?
Yeah.
Like when people be killing themselves and doing all that stupid ass shit, cutting themselves, what do they be? The Japanese is wild. They be sitting there, they go in the forest and stab themselves in the fucking stomach like a weirdo with nobody there, like this. Boom. I'll be like, okay, whatever. That's some shit from some feudal shit that happened to y'all in y'all experience. But what about the modern world? People who's going to the least route, they be cutting their wrists. Ain't really no nerve endings right there.
Yeah.
The majority of the nerve endings by your pulse is for pleasure, not for pain. You heard? So who the fuck wanna have, you ain't never heard no nigga talk about their wrists is hurting. You heard? Like, nigga, my wrist hurt. You heard? Unless you a typist. You sitting up typing all fucking day, you got carpal tunnel.
Yeah.
You heard?
Yeah.
Like that. Or you on the internet. You like this, boom, 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 boom. Your thumbs and your wrists hurt. You heard? Because this shit is broke.
Yeah.
You heard?
Yeah.
Because you just, you in that whole mind. You heard? Like this, boom, 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 typing about other people's life. That'll take you all day because it's mad new people being born every day.
Yeah.
You heard?
Yeah.
You'll be doing that shit till you check out and have never spoke about your own shit.
Crazy.
You feel me?
Crazy.
Yeah. So I'll be like this. The people fucking with weed that if there's a minor, and they be calling it purple, so then you smoking some shit that was neglected. You heard? So I mean, like, you might, I don't know, let's put it in context, smoke that weed by yourself. You heard? Like this, I'm just saying on a metaphysical, I don't know what a nigga expect out of me.
No, I
like
get
this.
it, of course.
I'm talking about science.
Now that's the science.
But
the
this other shit,
the reason why the weed
this
is purple
shit
is 'cause
right
the
here,
weed was
though?
neglected.
Right.
I get it.
Right.
I get it.
But
So
this
what does
shit
that
right
give you
here?
on the look as far as your hope of dope? That's a hope for you?
Oh, no, I'm a dope fiend. I be done smoke.
Alright,
I used to
so-
smoke dust when
I
I was
know.
little.
So-
Fuck
so-
out here.
so
I
you-
used to smoke.
So
Yo,
your number one is the
burn
dope.
slow like blunts with yayo.
Let's smell
That
it.
come from my era.
Yeah, of course. The second category is the
Yo,
smell.
I done got up and
Smell that.
smoked the roaches, that a collection of roaches from different weed experiences all throughout the crib, because you gotta be like this. Big, you feel me? Like this. That's a caller just in case. You heard?
Of course.
I don't make it to the weed spot. And that shit, them roaches
Dude,
put together, you be like
Well,
this. I'm
shit.
about to write a new book. You heard? Nigga be like, I'm about to write a new book. I'm finna clean up too. Boom. And I'm not fucking with what's the name of them. Them shits be trifling. It start making you go through your life.
Yeah.
You be like, I'm not fucking with son of them no more. What's the name of them?
So
Like
the second category is
Yeah.
the smell.
okay. That's a real nose. Both of them got a good smell.
All right, so that's a dope. That's two dope.
And this the
So
shit.
far.
This the skeeter. Niggas be doing this. This is for safety reasons.
This is white runs for the third category.
No, this is this and the smoke good. This the real game for the people.
That's three dopes.
Y'all be sitting up smoking weed, and y'all be sitting up and the white boy don't respect you. White people don't respect you. They think you a flavor people. They think y'all always need grapes and cherries and vanilla. They selling you niggas Russian cream. That shit come from the CIA. That's some old Operation Mindfuck shit.
Dang.
You putting your weed in some shit called a Russian cream.
Damn, I need this motherfucker.
That shit is amazing to me. You heard? They is crazy for that. They giving you flavors. You heard? That's when I knew that they had no respect for us. And they was like this, you know what? We had a meeting with Kool-Aid and Now Later. And we know that we fucked y'all whole shit off early on, you heard? With all type of fake nervous conditions and all this fake shit. They say you was crazy.
Yeah.
You was inundated with sugar all day.
Right.
And then by the time you get to lunch, they experimenting on niggas. We don't know who.
That shit is.
Y'all
that shit
never
is
did
deep.
that.
That shit
Who
is
made
deep.
the public school lunch? Who was making them bullshit ass pizzas? The Wheatsas. What we used to call him, my son Kai, and I was like this. This shit is a Wheatsa. This shit is a pizza on some big ass dough, wheat bread with the little holes in the bottom. Then they give a nigga
Word.
Italian
Word.
bread
That shit-
pizzas.
That
You
shit
heard?
like cardboard.
Then you got to go outside of the dominance hierarchy. When I got to prison, the prison yard is the same way as the schoolyard.
So let me
nobody never told nobody that.
And let's get to the fourth one. The fourth one is the taste. What it tastes like.
Okay. Oh, the weed tastes good. It ain't no
That's 4 dopes.
Yeah. Let me smell this. I ain't shit on this neither. Yeah. I like this because it's less piney though. The purpley. So that's how you could force a kush on it. But it's all curation with reefer. It's about the curing process. That's why they got the word curate with art. It's the same way as curation, curate, cure. You heard? The weed, it's the same shit.
Right.
So the best weed I ever smoked in my life was when I was a kid. You heard? With the big homie and them, because they used to put a whole dub that was a little ass dub inside of an L. You heard? Yeah. And that shit, they called it chocolate tie. And niggas be saying that word, but they don't know what the fuck they be talking
the real
about.
Shit.
Then
the chocolate tie thing with a tie, it was tied to a stick. It had the real tie to it.
Then the other shit is, you such a Bronx, you my man, you uptown. You look. Then skunk.
Yeah, skunk.
So I done smoked weed from Papa Smurf.
Yeah.
It used to be not the brand of the weed. Back in the day, it wasn't. This is the time New York needed to be a new dispensary place.
Word.
And for real, because it wasn't the type of weed. We was looking for anything that this spot had.
Exactly.
Because all they had
was dope.
Was fire. You heard? Mandelas. Niggas don't know nothing about that. Freeman. You heard?
Freeman.
Niggas don't know nothing about that. Papa Smurf. Bergen and Underhill. You heard? Yo,
Red
Nostrand and Underhill. My daughter was born next to the Red Door on Nostrand. We lived in 442. I had an office in 444. You heard? 446.
You already know.
You heard?
You gotta say
I
Branson.
promise you. So I'm like this.
You know what I mean?
Branson weed, I smoked in Branson weed with Big when I was little.
Gotta say Branson.
And the triangle bag. You heard? With that shit. I smoked in Chronic before when it first came out with Dream Hampton and my big homie Cook on 4th Street with Big.
Yeah.
You heard?
Yeah.
So weed is like this. I meant to say this when I came here, right? I started smoking weed when I was 15. And my friend who passed away, he used to really get busy.
Yeah.
Yaya, right? And Yaya got killed by grown men. And that's the first person I smoked in a blunt with. And Yaya, this is back, the weed was strong as fuck, bro, and the good weed.
Yeah.
You heard? Not no exotic, bubonic, botanic, and all this so stupid ass shit. Niggas had to roll 2 Phillies. And I remember I was 15 and me and Yaya smoked the weed, and then I was high as fuck. And I went upstairs and I was like, yo, and I went past, I remember my big homie, and then another big homie that passed away and shit from violence. Legend. Okay, what you need? You need a code to get in?
Pound 9977.
Pound 9977. All right.
God numbers. You know what I'm talking about? So the fifth one is the taste. What the taste be about? I mean, the fifth one.
Official.
The fifth one is the high. What the high be about? Is you high?
Right. And I'm like this. As a kite. You heard? As a giraffe's ass.
Yeah. Smoker Lounge, man. Big weed. The Iron Lung. You know what I'm saying? Session with the Kabbalah God. Rashid, man.
Yeah.
You heard? It's official.
And I remember the weed that Dream and them had.
Yeah.
It had like these little baby seeds in it. The weed looked like art. You heard?
Yeah.
The reefer looked like art. You know, the shit, it was interesting that this progression of marijuana and how I remember sitting in the precinct and they writing you tickets and shit. You got to go to court because you had a joint. You heard?
Yeah,
they
word.
was just being an asshole. The police was
Word.
big cokeheads and weed motherfucking heads. They was selling crack in my city. The police sell crack. You heard?
Definitely.
In my city.
Definitely.
For real. Niggas know that.
Definitely.
Niggas know that. The
shit,
pigs get high.
This shit don't change.
This shit is nasty.
Mm-hmm.
For
This shit
real.
getting crazy out here, y'all. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Keep your head up. You know what I'm talking about? Get your
Salute.
feet up and lounge and smoke.
Yo, you a legend. I appreciate you, King.
I
You
appreciate
deal with
you.
reciprocity models. Shout out. I want everybody on the live to fuck with you. You heard?
Appreciate you,
You my
King.
brother.
Word.
You heard?
Yes, sir.
Yo, you follow what he
Peace.
doing? This brother deal with reciprocity models. A lot of people be wanting to squander people time. I called you my big homie
Yeah.
when we was coming over here. He older than me.
Yeah.
So people that's elders to you, you respect your motherfucking elders. You heard?
Good thanks.
Always. For real. Respect your elders.
Good
And it's
thanks.
the vibes. Look, we surrounded by God, effigy, art,
Yeah.
and reminders of who we are.
Yeah.
Word
Bonsai
is-
trees and all that.
Come
you know
on.
what I'm talking about?
Look
Got
at this.
ancient shit up in here. You know what I mean?
What happened?
All right,
Yeah.
so this is my
Yeah.
bonsai tree right here.
Yeah.
This right here, we call her Uni, man.
Yeah.
That's Uni right here.
Yeah.
And this right here is the money tree. This is
And look
gold.
and look at this. I just did a whole
That's gold
thing on.
right
Yeah.
there. We
Yeah,
call
of
that one
course.
gold. And this one right here, this little one right here that's growing,
Yeah.
out, that's a clipping from when I pruned it, right?
Yeah.
And I put it in there and it's growing out. I call that one conglomerate because that's going to be
Yeah.
what my business is, so it's going to grow with me. You
That's
feel me?
right. That's
Yeah,
right.
everything got a significance. You know
That's
how we
right.
do.
That's semantics.
Yeah.
That's how Africans do. My ride is here.
Yeah.
I see you later.
Smoke a lounge, man. I love
Yo.
y'all. Peace.
Peace and love.
Yo, just
Yeah.
tell the people where they can get you at, man.
And on a direct message. You heard?
You know what I'm saying? You could check them out on the gram somewhere or something. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Holla back, man.